Hello everyone, a very warm welcome again to another virtual session, children. So we have already started with the second term portion, as you all know, and you have maintained your notebook as per the instruction given to you all in the previous session, and you are going to take down points discussed in the session today. So let us begin. Acid, bases and salts, part 5. Here we are going to do neutralization, very important reaction and very simple to understand. What is neutralization? Is a process or a chemical reaction in which an acidic and a basic substance is mixed with each other in order to neutralize the acidic and alkaline nature. So when you mix acid and a base, you get salt and water. The product that is formed after the neutralization process is salt, is called salt, and water is one of the product which you get in neutralization. So neutralization is just a reaction between an acid and a base to give you salt and water. That is a basic definition of neutralization reaction, and this product which is formed after neutralization process is called as salt. The salt can have basic, acidic or neutral nature. Please take down this point, children. We are going to see the reaction. This reaction is very simple. Neutralization process results in the generation of heat which raises the temperature of the reacting mixture. That suppose you are taking acid and a base in a test tube and you are reacting them, there will be a neutralization process taking place and some amount of heat is given out. That means it is an exothermic reaction. It will raise the temperature of the test tube. You can feel the warmth. Touch the test tube outside, you will feel it becomes warm. Synthetic indicator often used for testing neutralization reaction. So you use some kind of synthetic indicators. If you have learned about the natural indicators, here in this neutralization process, to check whether the neutralization is completed. Suppose you take an acid and you keep on adding base to it, then at certain point the reaction is completed. That means all the acid in the test tube is neutralized by the base which you are adding. How you will come to know? By some indicators. So that indicator which you are using over here is phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein is a synthetic indicator which you prepare in the lab, and it is a pink in color. It is actually colorless, but in base it gives a prominent pink color. So when you keep adding colorless phenolphthalein, acid is colorless, and you keep add 1 or 2 drops of phenolphthalein in that acid, and then you start neutralization by adding base to the test tube which you have acid and indicator. Keep adding till a point is reached where just a single excess drop of the base will give you pink color. That means indicates that reaction is completed and all the acids in the test tube is neutralized by the base which you are adding. So phenolphthalein is actually colorless and it gives, please put a point there, it is pink in color in base and it is colorless. By itself it is colorless. When an acid is added to phenolphthalein solution, the solution turns colorless, indicating the presence of an acid. So in acid, it will remain colorless. When a base is added to phenolphthalein solution, the solution retain its pink color, indicating the presence of a base. That means it will show pink color in the base. I hope you have taken down this. Here you have neutralization using phenolphthalein. Here you can see acid and you add few drops of indicator, that is phenolphthalein. So process of neutralization, when you keep adding base, you can see from top of the test tube you keep adding few drops of base, and when base goes in the test tube, it will show again the color, it will be colorless, but you keep adding and a certain point is reached when just an excess of a single drop of a base will give a prominent pink color, because base will in excess, just one drop in excess will be indicated by the phenolphthalein, because when you are adding base to the acid, base is getting neutralized. That means the solution is neutral, it will not show any color change. acid is neutralized by the base. But when excess of base enters in the test tube, that means a single drop excess enter in the test tube, it will show a, a prominent pink color is seen. That indicates that neutralization is completed and we have added an extra amount of a base. This is how neutralization process takes place. That means you are neutralizing acid with the help of a base and using phenolphthalein to indicate the completion of the neutralization process. You need not draw this, just try to understand the concept. Now see salts. What are salts? Salts is the product formed from the neutralization reactions of acid and bases. Please take down this definition. And in the reaction between hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, the salt form is sodium chloride. So here now in the next slide we are going to see the reaction between hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. Hydrochloric acid, sodium hydroxide is a base reacting with the acid. Let us see formation of the salt and water. Acid plus base gives H2O plus salt. That means water is neutral and salt is also neutral. So here you have HCl, that is acid, and sodium hydroxide, that is a base. When they react they give you H2O, the water, plus salt, that is NaCl. Please take down this word equation and the chemical equation below that. Write both the equations, children. I hope you are writing there, children. Thank you and have a wonderful day.